shortly. Zan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As part of the highlight of SCCIP 2024, the ASEAN Conference and Exhibition on Creative Culture Industries, ACEC, will now take place. In collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, MOTAC, ACEC 2024 gathers scholars, practitioners, and industry professionals seeking to explore the vibrant intersections of sustainability, culture entrepreneurship, and innovation within ASEAN region through keynote sessions and paper presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, to kick off ACEC 2024 is the first keynote session. For that, I would like to welcome Yang Berbahagia, Professor Dr. Farouk Zakaria from Prince of Songkla University, Patani campus. Prof. Farouk will discuss on the topic of sustainability of creative and cultural industries. Please welcome.
Tengok ni lagi senang tau. Tapi tangan saya tak apa stable. Tak apalah guna ni. Assalamualaikum, Sawadee-krap, and very good morning. It's always nostalgic to be in this hall because I was once a worker in this place. I am currently in Prince of Songkla University, Patani campus. That's why I greet you with Sawadee-krap. Let me start with a pantun. In Malaysia, it's always nice to start with a pantun. Sudah lama tidak ke ladang, tinggilah rumput dari lalang. So long I've never come. My greetings to all that I sayang. UMK is always close to my heart because I was one of the pioneer officer or lecturer, so-called, to start the university. This university is a very young university, started in 2007. And in 2007, we opened the university in July. And I was appointed as the director for Language Center, which is not my forte, which is not my specialization when I studied at university. I do not read languages, but I read economics and business. So I was appointed the director, and on the 1st of July 2007, we were all there in front of the gate waiting for new students to arrive. And we were all very scared because we are scared that there will be no turn up. Because it's a new university. Nobody knows UMK. 2007, we managed to get 260 students. And there we start the university. And I was one of the pioneers running the language center. And now, after years of running, look at the university. It has grown to be a full-blown flower. A nice smell and a good ambience. And the last time I stand here to give lecture was when I was appointed as a professor in this university. It was my professorial talk. And that time, I remember I gave a lecture on the dying cultural heritage of Kelantan, which specifically is what you have seen just now, the Mayung. Yeah? That time, the Mayung was a little provocative to the state government, and that's why you see the Mayung now was being improvised for all male performers using less female performers. Okay. Now, I couldn't see any. Can someone bring this rostrum to the middle, because I couldn't see my slides. Can you? Or I'll take the mic. Can I have? Okay, no problem. Okay. Tapi it's okay.
On tu terus akan cakap. Ya betul.
Tak apalah guna ni.
Dah. Boleh on.
All right. Now, I can't see from far because I just met an accident and affect my eyes, like last 2 months. Now, my topic this morning is to talk about the sustainability in the creative and cultural industries in ASEAN, if I can address the issue of ASEAN and beyond. Now, from my young age, I've been living in Philippines, in UP Diliman campus. So that was in 1986, and when I went there, One of our activities every weekend is go to Pistang Filipino, where you can find lots of Philippine creative products, all the wood carving, all the shells and everything. That was in 1986, many years ago. Then when I live in Thailand now, in Patani, southern Thai especially, I found that all these handicrafts are well taken or well accepted by the locals, and they are proud of using their local products. For example, in Thailand, if there is a big occasion, the ladies will wear the local cloth. Now what I'm wearing is not from Thailand. This is from Kelantan. Yeah? This is songket. So in Thailand, I noticed they really love their local handicrafts, their local creative products or cultural heritage products. Although there are products that are dying off. Now, when I go to Laos, Laos is well known for being a cultured country with lots of cultural products. Same goes to Cambodia. I went to Battambang to get lecturers to come and teach Khmer language here in this university. That was many years ago, 10, 12 years ago. So we got 2 people to come and teach Khmer language here. And when I was there, I was in one of the procession. I saw the ladies and the men, they are very proud wearing their own national dress. And I was expecting we people here wear national dress to honor our national dress. But anyway, now what I'm trying to convey to you, we as a person that live in the country, as a citizen, we have to be proud of our own culture. All right? Now, it's not working here now. Okay? So, from afar, I noticed that the younger generation has lost their sense of local products or cultural identity or anything that is related to culture and heritage. Okay, next. Let's start the ball rolling. That's the prelude. Next, can someone... All right, this is my picture in front of my house. I love traditional house. I built a traditional house here somewhere not far from here, like half an hour from here. And we perform in front of the house with the one, if you know, at the back there is Achan Pao Tong from CCTV, Channel 36. CCTV, he came all the way from Bangkok to do a program here in Kelantan. So that program was aired on CCTV, PPTV in Bangkok many years back. All right, next. Very quick, sustainable. When you say sustainable, everybody know something that continually exists in that particular sphere. So are we able to maintain that status quo is sustainable and being upheld and defended? Next. Quick, yeah? Next, now when we talk about creative and cultural industries, that involves arts, media, and design sectors with a focus upon convergent digital. Next. These are all academic matters, yeah? So when we talk about creative industry, these are a range of economic activities with regards to the cultural aspects as well as those products related to handicrafts, related to creativity, okay? And that involves, according to Hawkins' creative economy, creative industries comprises of advertising, architecture, art, crafts, design, fashion, film, music, performing arts, publishing, R&D, software, toys, and so on. All right, these are all theories. Let's go quickly. Okay, next. So, are we able to sustain it? The question is, are we able to sustain what our creative industry is doing or our cultural industry is doing? Next. Okay, so these are the, now, next, a quotation. The ASEAN magazine, which I retrieved just a few days ago, Supporting the Creative Economy for Sustainable Development in Southeast Asia by Pichaya. I guess the one here is Nitya, not Pichaya. And she has got a PhD. And Harleen Gale, they talk about Capacity Building and Training Associate, Asian Development Bank Institute. Next. Next. So in Southeast Asia, our Southeast Asian country among those that have extended support to their creative industries to boost the creative economy. And realizing that knowledge-based economic activities can foster income generation. So, which means that in ASEAN, creative industries has been contributing to the economy. This is the report in 2010. Next. Next, the creative economy has the potential to not only strengthen the expansion of global value chains, increase digital adoption among creative small and medium-sized enterprise, fuel the export of cultural goods and creative services. This is also taken from UNCTAD 2021. And it is 436 billion US dollars in 2002 to 964 billion dollars in 2015. And I think it's getting more now. Next. And this is Thailand. Thailand creative economy contributes approximately 10% to Thai's GDP per year on average, and also create jobs for Thai's labor. Now, related to Thai, I would like to share. In Thailand, we have the concept of OTP and OTOP. OTOP means one tambun, one product. And OTOP in Thailand is very successful because one village will concentrate doing one product. And the OTOP festival is everywhere in Thailand, from the north to the south. In southern border states, OTOP products are being praised and are being consumed as their daily, in their daily activities. And OTOP activities are very active in Thailand. And that's why in Thailand, the creative industries is expanding, especially in the handicraft. And I guess also in other countries. I can't talk about other countries because I'm not there. But in Thailand, in the south of Thailand, I know because I'm physically there every day. Next. The current scenario. Now, the talk of the town is about, now everybody talk about creative and cultural industries across the world. ASEAN offers many opportunities from what? From handicraft to horror movies. The Thais are very good at making horror movies. I think even the Malaysians know the Thai movies. What is that? Nang Nak. The story of Nang Nak, remember? It was a big thing in Malaysia. Everyone was talking about Nang Nak. Have you watched Nang Nak? And it was so popular that it has gone all over through ASEAN. And recently, I think the actor passed away already. Yeah? So, to the film industry, the Dikir Barat in Malaysia, just to quote an example of Malaysian Dikir Barat, it has gone to the world, to Canada, to Australia, to US being promoted by students and cultural groups there. The Wow Bulan song. Ala ewa, ewa bulan, ewa bulan, teraju tiga. They do it in different variants of mood. Yeah? And we know that we are all creative people. ASEAN, we are all creative people. We are very creative. We make something from nothing. All right. Now, above all, ASEAN citizens are very creative. And for long, Indonesia is well known for its batik. You go to Jogja, every corner. You go to Solo, every corner, making batik. Hand-drawn batik. Malaysian batik. Malaysian songket. What I'm wearing is called songket, the motif of bunga raya or the motif of hibiscus, the national flower of Malaysia. Now, in the place where I'm living now in Patani, we do not have anymore this industry. It has died off. Yeah. So sad to see, but that's the reality. And most are successful SMEs. Yeah, next. The question is why it is not sustainable and why people do not want it anymore. The answer is very easy. Our younger generation do not have the knowledge. When they do not have the knowledge, they do not appreciate. When they do not appreciate, they do not value. When they do not value, they do not want to use it. When they do not want you to use it, die off. As simple as that. No need to think further. When you don't use, no function, no users, no, it dies off. Now, good to state, but how sustainable? Younger generation unaware of cultural heritage, let alone appreciate. Modern creative industry is a thriving economy. We are talking about that economy is going on, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But where do we stay? Where is our stand? And we want it to be sustainable. How can it be sustainable when people are not using it? People do not know about it. People do not appreciate. You know, why I was talking about Thailand, they have OTOP. Why Philippines has also got something like OTOP? Why? Because they use it. They are proud of it. Now, if you go to Southern Thai, people do not carry Louis Vuitton. Of course they are. But many ladies are proud to carry their kerechut handbag. Kerechut is a form of grass where they weave and become handbag. I think that is also in other countries in ASEAN. And we want it to be sustainable. It's a paradox. But is it doable? Yes, it's doable. Next. Now, so it's a paradox of sustainability. Dying, on the other side is dying, and another side, booming creative industry. So where do we stand? How do we make this go parallel in line? This is not parallel. These are two forces, beating each other. All right, next. So it's good to state, but how sustainable? Cultural heritage product, are we aware? Do we consume it? To ponder how to ensure sustainability and what are the strategies. Next. So that's my activities in Patani. Even I am a Malaysian living in Patani. I got involved with many of the traditional performing arts there. What I'm doing is Mayong, which is dying already there. Only one group there, one or two groups, no more. And they are very old. Next. So now I'm going to introduce Patani. Patani is the southern Thai border to Malaysia. and I am from Prince of Songkla University Patani campus. Now, Patani is rich with Malay arts and culture. 85% of the dwellers, the residents are Malay and Muslim, and is border to Kelantan. If you cross the river, 2 hours. If you drive from here to the river, it's only half an hour. So you cross the river, that's Southern Thai already. And that place is a mix of Thai culture, Malay culture, and Chinese culture. All right. Now, so I'm inviting all of you, if you have time, please visit Prince Songkla University Patani. All right, next. Prince Songkla University in Patani is the branch campus of Prince Songkla University. We have 5 campuses altogether. With regards to tourism and hospitality, we have it in Phuket campus. Phuket is well known for tourism. So if you go to Phuket, visit our Prince Songkla University. We have good faculty of hospitality. And our university was formed in 1967. Until today, it is almost like 56 years, and we have all kind of faculties. In Hat Yai, we have the main campus. We have Thai traditional medicine. Thai traditional medicine is very special because it is related to the Thai culture. Next. So this is very special to our university. I love this tagline. Our soul is for the benefit of mankind. Explore, commit, and we work very closely, which means that we work very closely with the community. We help the community develop their product. All right? Next, can you please share, this is our university, next. This is the frontage of our university. The statue there is the statue of King Mahidol. King Mahidol is the grandfather of the current king. Now, King Mahidol is called Prince of Songkla. So Mahidol, King Mahidol's name is used by 2 universities in Thailand. Prince Songkla University as well as Mahidol University in Bangkok. Mahidol University in Bangkok is the best university, almost the best, one of the best university. All right? So our campus is very small, not many high-rise building. All is preserved as very Thai in terms of nature. All right, next. Good, so I just want to talk a little bit about this building. This building is our presidential building. Now you look at the building, the design of the building is a boat. Because Patani is well known for fishing industries. So Patani was once a village for the fishermen. So we took that concept and make it into our presidential office. So which is, this is the kole. Kole is boat. Kole is in Malay language, and it means boat. Yeah. The concept of the building is the traditional Malay boat, fisherman boat. Yeah. Okay, next. So these are the faculties that we have. Faculty of Education, Humanities and Social Science, Science and Technology, Applied Arts, Islamic Sciences, Nursing, Com Science, and Political Science. So 8 faculties altogether. Now, can you share the second slide? Can you share the second slide? All right. So I want to, in our university, we have a special project. We call it Heritage Project, Preservation of Heritage of Patani. Now, when I went there in 2016, there was a quarter of Chinese quarter. There are 3 quarters actually in Patani. Chinese quarter, the Siamese quarter, and the Malay quarter. So the Chinese quarter was like a place that nobody go. Nobody goes and nobody visit. But now, everybody wants to go there. Because we have this project called Management of Cultural Space and Cultural Capital to enhance and promote cultural entrepreneurs and cultural enterprise, expanding Patani's cultural economy. So this is Patani, river in the middle of Patani running to the sea. And it's a very old city with dilapidated buildings. But then this project promote Patani as a heritage city. Next. So we promote this area of heritage city by the river flowing to the sea. And we divide into two sides. One is the Malay segment, another one is the Chinese segment. Now in the Chinese segment, we do not change anything. As before, the temple and everything was as before, is as before now. And what we did is we just do some refurbishment, like putting signs of each building, making it more, making it cleaner for people to visit, and we promote to tourists. So from a temple which was like a very sleepy temple, now that temple Lim Ko Niao, is now being visited by many tourists. And the road, which is Kedah Chino Road, is now, Kedah means shop, Chino is Chinese. The Kedah Chino Road is now known for preservation of heritage. So all the old buildings now there is being preserved. One of the philanthropists there, which is the owner of CS Hotel, he preserved his grandmother's house to become a tourist spot, Kun Pitak Raya, the house of Kun Pitak Raya. So it's in this. So this Patani heritage, we have developed a Patani City Heritage Trail. So what we did, the simplest that we did was to allow compulsory for our students, new intake students, freshies, to go and visit this city, this area. So one of the activities for students, all students, to get to know this city. So we transport them with a bus during orientation week. They will go to all the vicinity and they will come out with a good presentation of the city. That opens their eye and they love doing it. Walk by seeing and documenting. All right? So next, Patani Heritage City Route. So we came out with the route. Next, I think skip this one. It's just to preserve Patani's city. So we are based on the 4E concept: engage, enrich, ensure, and whatever we have, we enhance. Okay, it's all in Bahasa Thai. So we are talking about pushing up the graph of cultural economy and creative economy here. And the government, the first phase, we received quite a big sum of money from the government to do this. Now it's in the second phase. It costs 2.5 million baht, 250,000 Malaysian ringgit, and is doing this is about to finish in August. And I'm one of the researchers. Next. So if you look at to your right, that's the Kedah Chino, the shop lots of Chinese quarters. It's like that, but we promote and we make it to become a must visit place in Patani. Yeah? All right, next. So these are the road, the mapping of the road, as well as the places to go. Next. Next. And because we profess that we want to ensure that heritage, cultural heritage survive, we have to prove that we are serious. So Prince Songkla University Patani bought an old shop lots and turned it to become a learning space. So the one yellow that you can see, that is called a yellow house, a learning space for cultural heritage that we have created. We bought it for quite a lot of money, okay? So any students, any group, cultural groups can go and use the space for discussion, for a small seminar and so on, all right? Next. You look at the picture that shows the very dilapidated building. That is a Chinese house. That house is for the servant. So as it was before, we preserve it as it is now. So we never touch it, just that we make sure that it will not fall down. Okay? Even the walkway is not being cemented. Okay, this is the Chinese house. Initially, we rent the house because we want to do the preservation. We rent the house for 20,000 baht a month. But after looking at our effort, our patience, then the owner said, I'm going to give this house to your university. Isn't that nice? That's beautiful. Now, when you talk about Buddhism, Buddhism talk about giving alms, giving zakat, and also giving wakaf. In Malaysia, we call it wakaf. Now, our university, the land is being given by this lady. This lady gave her land to build university. And this time she said, I'm going to give you this Chinese house for you to show to the young generation to appreciate our living in the past. So we make a facade. We change the facade, put a symbol, happiness and all that, and that becomes a place where everyone wanted to come and take picture when they visit Kedachi now. All right? Next. So cultural tourism is being promoted in Thailand. For example, here we have special occasion on the day of Loi Kratong, yeah, where candles are being put in the river. Okay, next. 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 Creative economy, we also produce batik called, I can't remember, but this is the kind of batik that our university produce and sell it. Okay? Next. We have an academy called Patanista Academy where this batik is used to design modern design fashion. Yeah? Next. And these are products that we develop with the villagers, making batiks into bags and also clothing. Next. And it's for functional use. So every year, twice a year in our university, we have the fashion show to expose our creation to the society. Next. Next. Okay, I think I'll stop there. Then, can you switch to slide 1? So, in Prince Songkla University, our effort is to develop creative economy and creative industries together with the society. Our soul is for the benefit of the society. Next. 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 Okay, these are dying heritage products. Next. This is the, you see, is she old or is she young? She's obviously old. She's over 70. She's almost 80. She's the only player of Mayong in Southern Thai. She's the only one that knows how to sing and dance. So, she is sometimes very sick and cannot perform anymore. And the younger generation do not know how to play it anymore. Next. So now, we promote this again. We promote this again. And every year, we have, let's say, twice or thrice performance. This one. Next. We have seen just now on the stage. And this is the younger one who wants to ensure that heritage still exists there. So he's doing this on his own, out of his pocket money. Next. Now I joined them because I'm very interested. So I joined them in the village. Next. Younger generation from universities trying to learn this. So we pass the knowledge to the younger generation. When they have the knowledge, they do it. Then they feel it. Next. 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 New talent from Yala Rajabat University. Next. And a younger generation try to understand what we are doing. Next. These are products, Kratchut product of Thailand. See, it's no longer the old-fashioned way. It's the new fashion. And we carry, most of the ladies in Southern Thai carry Kratchut as their handbags. Next. The colleague that I was telling you, the concept for the university just now. Next. These are old design and traditionally used. All right. Next. But we still produce. This is called coconut grater, which is now turned into something else. House decoration. Okay? But we still use it in our place. Next. The Chris. Okay? Next. The bird cage. Now, the bird cage, we can creatively use the bird cage. Now they use it as adornment in restaurants. They use it for lamps. Now I use this carving, the small carving that you can see there, I make it into jewelry. I enclave it with silver, become brooch, become rings. So it's how you think creatively. We have to teach our younger generation to think creatively and use it. Because if we use it, then we can only appreciate it. Next. This is very popular in Thailand. Every house, every office, every toilet has got this. We have lots of pandan. We use it. And how creative the Thai people are. I think it's everywhere. Even in Malaysia, you have pandan. In Philippines, a lot of pandanos. See, look at how the Thai people. And every day, this is put in the toilet. In hotels, in big hotels in Southern Thai, we use this. So we don't use the scent from the West. We use our own. Next. Some people decorate it this way. Next. In Bali, the frangipani is very popular. Next. This is also not not many people know how to do it anymore. This is the Patani style. Yeah, next. Baistire. Yeah? Next, this is being done every year in Patani. We really still practice. Next. These are the batiks. Next. These are lima Patani from PSU. Next. Next. We have an academy called Patani Star Academy just to do fashion from batik. Next. Now, our support is not just our university. The support also comes from the governor of the state. The lady in the middle is the governor of Patani province. So she wears batiks every day. And she goes for every function, cultural function. Next. This is also the proud product of Thailand, Li Pao. In Malay, we call it akar ribu-ribu. We do not have it in Malaysia. This is the one worn by the princess of Patani, by the queen, Queen Sirikit. Now, Queen Sitida used it during the coronation of Prince Charles. Prince Charles in UK. She carried this bag. Of course, it's much better quality than this. So this is also something dying but still being used in Thailand. Next. And it's expensive. And this is also part of the dying arts of Southern Thai. No more. Next. This is batik. Batik making. Our graduates, our alumni, she went into entrepreneurship, becoming a batik entrepreneur, and she used the motif of shards, all those broken blue and white porcelain from China. Those days, the trade comes from China. They sink in the river of Patani, was broken, and we pick it up and make into the batik motifs. Next. Next. Yeah, this is the form of shards that become the motif for Barahum batik. Next. This is what I'm wearing now. This is the porcelain pottery industry in Patani. So I bought the cup, and I do not know what happened. It was broken. So the one round which I'm wearing now is the bottom of the cup, which I turned into a brooch engraved with silver. And then one part I make it into a ring. So what I'm wearing now is creatively being created into jewelry. Okay, this is from the soil of Patani. So the clay is from Patani. Okay, next. Next. This is also part of it, of my creation. Next. The old heritage mosque. Next. I think I'm running out of time. You go further down, further down, further down. Just scroll. Can you scroll down? Okay, scroll. Fruits. Scroll. Local fruits. Herbal. Next. We eat all this. We still eat all the herbal vegetables. Next. Scroll. Sire. Okay. How to sustain the creative industry? It has to be continually done. When I say continually, it has to be done over time, with time. Now, continuous effort need to be done. We need to create continuous demand and supply. When there is no demand, there will be no supply. When there is no people wanting it, nobody wants to produce it. No money comes in. So, very easy. you have to create the demand. Now, we do not eat burger before in our culture. We eat rice. Now we eat burger. Why? The Westerners create the demand, and they supply the demand. Now, we have to upgrade the supply by doing R&D promotions, R&D and promotion. So, research and development has got to keep on continuing, and promotion has got to be done all the time. And when I say R&D, that brings about high quality products, and marketing has got to be done continuously. When marketing are being done continuously, there will be no market problem. The problem with creative products now is market. They say, we can do it, but we cannot market it. Then who wants to market it? Then the marketing aspect becomes one of our concern, the government concern, whether the government needs to help in terms of marketing the product. Now, I think Philippines has been very successful in promoting their creative products. The same thing as Thailand. The same thing as Indonesia. But Malaysia, we need to have more marketing effort in order to bring our product out. Yeah? Create special attribute. No one has got it. We have got it. You see? So special attributes that people can see that, well, it is special. Yeah? Digitalization of creative products. Now, everybody talks about digitalization. Same goes to our creative products. We need to market it. Now, online, everything is online. Creation of marketers and users. So, supply and demand. Next, I'm going to end. How to sustain the cultural heritage? We have to understand, appreciate its existence, start consuming, innovate, use it in other forms. Introduce new design, allowing for new demand. When you introduce new design, new demand. So, anything new, it brings new demand. Training and retraining. For cultural heritage products, you have to train over and over again for new successors to come and pick up the skills. Bring back its functionality, like I show you the handbag used by the princess. Princess Sutida brought. So everyone crazy wanted to get one bag, and it's not cheap, you know. Good example, how the Southern Thai man popularized the use of samuta. Samuta using the kain batik. It's like a kain, it's like a thin cloth, but with simple motif used as a head scarf by the men. Yeah? From 1,000 baht, or even from 50 baht before, it's now almost 1,000 baht per piece. Just 1 meter length. Okay? Next. Next, ASEAN, we share similar specialties. We have to be united. We need to have the synergy to sustain creative and heritage industries together. This conference is a good platform to work together in sustaining the industry. A network on research and action program in this field need to be created. I am extending to you all the Heritage Research Network, which I call it HERN, Heritage Research Network, by PSU and Indonesia, University of Gajah Mada, University Islam Negeri Sunan Kalijaga, and also Malaysia, UMK, and also Thailand Prince Songkla University. We just formed the network last January, and we are still in the planning. Okay, next. Next, as a conclusion, sustaining is a continuous effort. It's not easy. Cultural heritage, creative industries, and tourism are important elements of ASEAN countries. We as educators and researchers play important roles in making the sustainability of this industry through our research and working with the community. Our soul is for the benefit of mankind, our community. Thank you very much. Is there any last one? Can you show the last slide? Okay, this is our research group. Okay, thank you very much. And I hope what I've said, please don't be upset or please don't get offended, because what I say is just for us to think together. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof, for your insightful thoughts on the initiatives taken by Prince Songkhla University on culture and heritage preservation, particularly in southern Thailand. Ladies and gentlemen, our second keynote speaker today is Yang Berusaha Tuan Nik Faiz Nik Amin, founding president of Malaysia Craft Council. The topic that he'll be sharing with us today is on the weaving futures. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon. I hope you guys are still here and will be able to get some more minutes for me to share something. We have Prof. Farouk who have shared a lot about the theoretical framework and the ideas and the methodologies and everything, and also the, simply everything about what we have to discuss today. But I will share with you about the journey of what we have gone through and what we plan to do to bring our heritage alive. And to our distinguished guests, colleagues of mine, delegates of the ASEAN country members, students, secretariats, and everyone who are here, thank you very much for having me. Before I start my sharing, I would like to share with you one video about who are we targeting at, who are our clients, and why we are doing this for. Okay, we can play the video now. Sound? So the video, it gives us goosebumps every time, especially me, when I see that video. And they are actually our target. They are our client. And we're talking about the artisan of Malaysia. Artists and artisan, the craft players, performing art players, and the doers in our creative industry. From my understanding, when we're talking about creative industry, we go a little bit more towards traditional creative industry. I'm not a person who are in the position to talk about multimedias, anything to do with the digital age and whatnot. But that's what we are preserving, and that's what we are continuing the legacy of our ancestors. So I hope I won't be giving much of words in my presentation now, but what we are doing is about empowering the Malaysian arts and craft through education, experience, and economic elevation. Next slide. Okay, before we go further with what Malaysian Craft Council is doing, I think it is good for me to give some introduction about what is my background, where I came from, and what I did. And some of you among the delegates may have heard of this presentation, so it's good to refresh. So, next slide, please. Come on. Okay, so I'm a graduate in architectural studies, and what I choose to be is actually the path that is less traveled. It's not something that my parents asked me to do, or they choose for me. So I like to quote this from Deepak Chopra: "Awareness is the birthplace of possibilities. Everything you want to do, everything you want to be, starts here. It starts somewhere that you want to achieve." And I was not in the know of what I want to achieve in the beginning, but what I know, when I was 12 years old, I need to keep continuing the legacy of my ancestors. I'm the third generation of batik maker from this very much hometown. This is my land, Kota Bharu is my place, and I think this is my first time speaking in English in my hometown. But you know, because we have the delegates from ASEAN countries, so yeah, it's good to be sharing that way. And what I can see when I was a kid, that the value of batik that my grandfather did, it was not the piece of cloth that they were producing and then giving it to the traders, and the traders will be marketing it out. What I see is that the value of their creation, they use hand, they use really hand to produce their batik. And it comes to a point where other people are actually selling it at their price that they want to sell because of the value that they put. So I've been envisioning about putting my brand called Rus Gahara. I need to have a label of my own. So I guess from the formula that was given by Prof about sustaining the creative industry, having a name or putting a name into your journey is a must. And I have mine. It's called Rus Gahara. And I've been traveling quite some places in the world to see what it takes to bring our legacy alive for the next 100 years to come, probably. And after that, it come to a point that I feel like I need to bring the ecosystem of the world here in Kota Bharu. So that's why I have my own place that I call the Rumah Gahara, which we can go to the next slide now. This is it. So it's actually the old ideas of what it was imagined, but right now I have a different land or a different approach. But the design is not ready yet, but I can still share the gist or the essence of my Rumah Gahara, where it comes with a few different segments, and this is the ecosystem I was talking about. It has to be something that comes from creation until demand, from supply to demand. As what Prof Prof was saying, we need to create demand so that there will be supplies. And the video before, those were all the supplies. Those are all the suppliers of our creative industry, of our craft industry. So who would wear songket if there were no functions for wearing it? Because it's so expensive. It gets more expensive. And who will wear kelingkan? Okay, that may be a jargon word, but songket, the one that Prof. Farouk wear now. I think that can simply be like 5,000 ringgit or more because it's real songket, and people wear that for occasion. Like the bag of the Daun Ribu, where the Queen of Thailand wore. I saw that. It's very classy. And it becomes trend. So that's what we are creating. That's what that's what I am trying to create. Okay, next slide, please. And this is a little bit controversial, but I have my brand, and comes to a second layer that I need to have a representation, and representation goes with vision. So I created motif from wood carving called ketam guri. This was 2011 or 2010 that I started establishing this motif, try to innovate and try to modify, try to reinvent and create my very own version of batik using the motif of ketam guri. And next. So while I share with you about my journey, it goes to the point that if you think this is batik Kelantan, it is not. I think it is not even at this time, where if you see batik Kelantan in the market, is different from what Rus Gahara's batik is. We are from Kelantan, yes, but we some sort of setting a trend of a different version. I don't know whether that can be a trend or what, but we are creating our own. We are creating a small Louis Vuitton's emblem of our own, so that when people first see that handbag, Dior handbag, Burberry handbag, they can tell that's from the brand. So this is what we are doing for Rus Gahara. So at the first glance, I want people to see, oh, this is Rus Gahara batik, okay? And I've been bringing it all over the places and try to give it a different version, a different representation, and parading it in a different way on fashion, on accessories, on home, beddings, and everything. Next. Yep, and then try to bring it out in all over the world with the help of the government. And I guess that was not bad. Until there's one time that I realized, am I doing it just for batik? Am I doing it just for my business? Or am I doing it for the nation? That's when I start thinking about creating or establishing one foundation that can cover across different crafts and practicing arts. Next. That's where the birth of Malaysian Craft Council. In March 2019, I founded Malaysian Craft Council. It was actually an NGO that has been established in the past, in 1980s or 1990s, by a group of good people, and it went dormant. So some of the members came to me and then asked me to recreate or reactivate that bag, but I couldn't do that. So I created a new one with the same name, Malaysian Craft Council, and trying to give a different or refreshed ideas. And again, I go back into the three core: education, experience, and economic elevation. We can educate, but we have to make sure that the students could sustain their life. So this is about the socio-economic that we are creating through the ecosystem, and also sharing of experience by creating supply and also creating demand. Maybe it's not that difficult to create a supply. I may be wrong, but creating demand is much more difficult. All right, and with the 5 core values, you could check that in the website. Okay, next. There are 4 components that I'm looking at when we talk about sustainability and also refresh ideas of our creative economy. One is about the socio-economic impact. The socio-economic impact, it covers into the preserving arts and cultural heritage, which through the strategies or through the core values that we introduced, cultural heritage is considered as invaluable resource and cultural legacy of the people, nation, and country. People wouldn't know where we come from if we are just wearing blazers and if we are just wearing nothing on our head. But when I wear this, I wouldn't say that we have a strong version of Malaysian batik. Of course, Indonesia is like far beyond us. But what we are trying to say here that we are trying to create differences. We are celebrating varieties. We are celebrating diversities. So we have our version of Malaysian batik, and we have our version of Indonesian batik, and we have the version of Thailand batik. So that's where the importance of label and importance of motive or visions for people to be introduced with your own creation. And we will also like to introduce this second model, maybe a little different from what was presented before, cross-culture. It may create some confusion when we're talking about cross-culture between Malaysia and Japan, between Malaysia and Philippines. But believe it or not, we've been practicing these for the past 20 years. The more you do cultural exchange, the more you find your own core. Because it becomes like validation towards your own effort. It's not something that, you are inclined towards that version of Japan or Indonesia or other countries, but you're actually creating more solid ideas of your own. Because I don't know about other countries, but our ASEAN communities, we have our uniqueness. We may be separated by political borders, but at one point, I guess you can just tell, this is you. This is what you are. This is how Lao people will wear. The difference of attires and everything. And, when we're talking about one costume of your own, it is not just one. It actually comprises of a few different crafts. So that's what makes us unique. So we just have to be proud about that. Next. Okay, the third one is state-of-the-art education and skills exchange. So I was talking about education before. When we approach this under Malaysian Craft Council, our method of education is different from what you can learn from the curriculum of the academic world. It's a co-curriculum. It has been practiced. TVET has been introduced by Malaysian government. It's about learning the skills. It's about nurturing the ideas of you can do this skill, and when you are good enough to undergo the training, and at one point you will be able to produce and make a lot of money. This is what mentality of, I don't know about other countries, but in Malaysia, a lot of parents do not want their children to continue this path. Because for them, it's either you are a lawyer or you're a loser. And that's it. So, or a doctor. Yeah, doctor is fine. So, it's not that easy to educate, but that's what we are trying to introduce, try to create awareness to these people. If to not have this as your core subject, have it on the side. Learn about batik, learn about songket, learn about embroidery. Then you will be able to have like substitute in case you do not want to go into your professional path. Whereas I consider this path is also professional. Yeah, I'm a professional batik maker. So what's wrong with that? Okay, and the community empowerment. This is, I guess, it sums up to the point of why Malaysian Craft Council is created. Because we need to make sure that we have an establishment that covers people who are not helped on a certain ways professionally. Okay, next. All right. I forgot to mention that Malaysian Craft Council has gone to the path after 5 years. We are now a member of World Craft Council and also an accredited NGO under UNESCO. In fact, it is official, but we will only receive the certificate next week. And but being the accredited NGO under UNESCO, it requires us to fulfill their requirements as being the representative of our country. So there are 3 NGOs right now: Malaysian Craft Council, PENA, and Pusaka. So these 3 will need to safeguard the intangible cultural heritage that has been awarded to Malaysia. And for Malaysia, there are 7: Songket, Kebaya, and not yet. Okay, this can be tricky. Silat, Songket, Silat, Pantun. You can check it out. There are 7. I'm still new in this though. We have been awarded only for the past two months, I think. And but what I can tell you right now is we have Mayong, we have Silat, and we have Songket that is under the under our safeguard, because PENA is about literature, so Pantun is under them, and then Pusaka is also looking after the performing art, but we are also looking across. All 3 NGOs will be looking across 7 ICH that is awarded, and then we're looking for more. We're going for Mek Mulong was just awarded, and then Kebaya is the next one. Kebaya is actually a cumulative of 5 countries: Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, of course, and Philippines, Brunei. Yeah. Okay. So that's it about the not the formula, but the sharing that I want to share. But across 5 years of establishment of Malaysian Craft Council, I would like to share some photos of what have we done into the safeguarding of this ICH, which we did not know in the beginning. But you know, this is some sort of recognition that I will assume is good for us to have, because it gives us better networking. Because again, we are benchmarking to other countries. That's why we need to, you know, cultural exchange need to happen across countries, because sharing of ideas, sharing of thoughts, sharing of formula, and sharing of methods is actually important. Next, please. Next. Okay. This is 2020. The video that you saw in the beginning was actually from the Kelantan Exchange 2020. We did that in Kelantan during COVID time, and we managed to pull about 10,000 viewers and visitors to the place. It was actually done in Grand Riverview Hotel, Kota Bharu. We have Mak Yong performance, and Kerto, we brought in some craft items. We did dialogue. We brought in British Council to here, and we brought in Think City to Kota Bharu. Think City is one of the agencies under government looking after the preservation of old cities in Kuala Lumpur, like what Prof. Farouk did in the Southern Thais. Okay, next. Next. This is in 2021 when we create another event. Every year we have one marquee event that is called Exchange, and we follow the state that we were in. Next, we did Wow Bulan performance. Wow Bulan workshop. Next. Yep, I saw the be'wo that is going to happen for this event, and I guess the delegates will be experiencing that. Is beautiful. So you get to experience the Malay, the Kelantan, not delicacies, Kelantan authentic food. And we also did that in 2021 through the theme of Illusion of Langkah Suka. Langkah Suka has a strong connection between Kelantan and Southern Thai. And we also did second time for Mak Yong, it was full house, meaning that there are still demands. It's just that people do not have the opportunities or the space for them to get the experience. Next. Oh, it's actually in this building where we did the Senam Seni with the students of UMK, and also the food relief, because it was during COVID. Next. Next. And we did dialogue. We have Prof. Farouk during 2021 Kelantan Exchange. Next. And there were a night where we shared about the glory of Langkah Suka through the storytelling that was nicely done and well curated by the team of JKKN. Next. And this is it. I guess it actualized what Prof. Farouk was saying. It's about creating a platform for them to start wearing. Because who want to wear? Maybe you can go to the previous slide. One slide. No, slide sebelum satu yang tadi. Satu lagi. Okay. Who want to wear this? You see the picture on the right and picture in the middle. If there is not for a special occasion, so we have to create the special occasion so that people will wear. Our people will, not to say go crazy, but we are very creative into putting something up because it shows status, it shows social status, and also shows how unique our culture is. Okay, next, 2 slides. And then we also did some recognition award for the artisan and players in the industry, which goes across craft and also performing art. Next. And last 2 years, we did in Penang. We called Penang Exchange. So twice in Kelantan, last 2 years was in Penang. And we also follow the theme. So what we are doing right now under Malaysian Craft Council is not just to simply create events, but we are creating events with content. And this was before our engagement with UNESCO. So I guess right now we have to, to go a little bit, what is the word? To not go over the board or to not be too extreme, going too loud into organizing big events anymore because of the commitment that we have UNESCO. But this was 2 years ago. Maybe we can go through quickly of the few slides. Yep, and then we did some, again, creating space for them to be creative, to dance, to sing, to wear whatever they like to wear of their grandmothers or grandfathers' attire in the past, and putting up the best kerongsang or brooch that they have, and just simply to have fun, but in a good way. Next. Next. There were a tribute to P. Ramlee that we also did, a little bit above the real traditional crafts and performing art. Next. Also, the MCC Creative Awards given to 7 recipients. Next. And last year, we did Kuala Lumpur Exchange 2023. We did in KL. I guess that marked a good finale for the big exchange events that we did. It was in the city center of Kuala Lumpur. And we changed the format a little bit because this is the time when we created a program to develop or to to give birth to new artisans under the craft categories that is dying. One is Songket of Kelantan. Number 2 is Kelingkan of Kelantan. Kelingkan is a silver embroidery, silver thread embroidery. There were only one artisan left in Kelantan who are still practicing it. And right now we managed to get 5 more under the supervision of this one master artisan. And we gave them graduation events and we give them certificates, and they can now continue the legacy alive. So it's as simple as that. It's just that what comes next, we have to make sure that they have job to do. With the skills that they have, they will be able to earn incomes on a monthly basis. Next. Also the same format as this, like we have talk, we have demonstration. Next. And also the certificate giving ceremony. Next. And on the performing art, we work, I guess last year we went a little bit over the board under the supervision of Arjali, one of our ESCO members. We managed to pull in what it should be for our Songket and our Kelingkan and our heritage textiles. Each of the items or each of the costumes could cost thousands, if not tens of thousands, or maybe more than 20,000. But when you put it at the right time, at the right place, then it's worth the investment. Next. Yeah. I guess I will just finish it with one video, and bear in mind that video will actually showcase not how sophisticated we can do, but is more towards at what level we are putting our heritage. And how it should be in the past, we don't know because it was involved in the palace. But right now, we as a commoners, like, you know, I am a commoners, and wanting to put this heritage alive and putting it at the right position. We cannot go into the palace, but we can create a palace of our own with the people that we have. All right, so enjoy the video. Music.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine, the thousand spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough.
Malam ini kita bakal mengangkat artisan Kelantan kita buat julung-julung hari Datuk Syahira. Kita bawakan Kuala Lumpur Exchange 2023 di Grand Hyatt. Tepukan untuk anda semua malam ini.
History, culture, folklore, and national heritages of all countries and regions around the world. Very much as the Malaysian Craft Council is keen to establish nationally and be a productive and supportive organization with other craft councils in Malaysia.
you very much. So, yeah, those are pretty much the journey of Malaysian Craft Council so far. And as I was saying, that we are now engaged with this accredited NGO under UNESCO, so we couldn't do much of creating events of our own anymore. And we would like to welcome collaboration. That is actually the main theme that we are eyeing at right now, because every quarter we will need to be presenting to UNESCO in our ICH forum. What have you done to safeguard the ICH? And what's next for the remaining of cultural heritage that you hold that has not been awarded by UNESCO yet? So I guess that's my end line of seeking for collaboration, and you could check out our website, check out our social media of what we are doing, and probably we can connect internationally. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tuan Nik Faiz, for your invigorating thoughts and your anecdotal details, which I'm sure then blooms into your affection for sure on the heritage and culture. Ladies and gentlemen, ACEC 2024 are pleased to present a token of appreciation to our both esteemed keynote speakers today. And for that, I would like to invite Yang Berusaha, Associate Professor Dr. Roslizawati Cik Aziz, Co-Chair of ACEC 2024, to the stage to present tokens to both speakers. Please welcome to the stage Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dr. Farouk Zakaria. And please welcome Yang Berusaha Tuan Nik Faiz Nik Amin. Once again, I would like to extend my gratitude and appreciation to both speakers for joining us today. Perhaps another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to both speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, just before you go, there are a number of announcements that I need to make here. We kindly ask all guests to participate in a demonstration session of the Kelantan Joget Dance, which will be led by the UMK Cultural Centre here at 15 past 2 this afternoon in this day one. And secondly, a captivating wall colouring demonstration will also be conducted by Mr. Mayusif Yusuf from Warisan Seni Wau Sobek of Tumpat Kelantan. And to all ASEAN delegates, lunch is provided in dining room next to the Senate meeting room. I believe your LO will be ushering you to the room. Bear in mind that the program will resume at 10 past 2 here in the Dewan Keusahawanan, as well as the adjacent Dewan Experimental at the back. And all participants and students are requested to be back at this hall, Dewan Keusahawanan, by 1:50 p.m. for the next event. Thank you very much for your cooperation and have a good day.